We are live.
Ah,
Ah.
ah.
It's the fucking what is it? The Will Smith tweet, the Will Smith from that one year of YouTube Rewind. It's rewind time.
Nos can.
Ugh.
Eat
So-
piss.
Piss. Piss. All right. How's it going?
I am good. How are you doing, Tucky?
I'm existing. I'm going. I'm doing.
I took a 6-hour depression nap.
God, what a
It's from
vibe.
yesterday.
God,
Don't make me drink that again. I already drank some of it just now.
God, what a vibe though.
But yeah, so I took a 6-hour depression nap, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere in the middle of that, I remember Melissa telling me, "Hey, I am going to a craft store
Yeah.
with our roommate." And I was just like, "All right, cool." And then I passed out again. And I woke up another 3 or 4 hours later in full panic mode
Yeah.
because Melissa's not here. And like, I shouldn't worry, but like, my mind goes from this, all right, well, I remember them saying they're at the craft store. Well, they're going to the craft store. All right, I'll just text Melissa, kind of find out what's going on. And then goes straight from like, oh, they should be fine, to Melissa's not answering her phone. What if they died in a freak car accident? And then
I've been there.
that's just my anxiety just 180 every time. So
I feel that. It's just
it's
rough.
not fun.
No.
But it was nice because you were at least there talking to me while I
Yeah.
was having that panic attack.
Of course. Listen, in this household, we stand panic attacks, all right?
We stand panic attacks.
Listen, if Retro Bros had nobody with an anxiety disorder, it wouldn't be Retro Bros. I think literally everybody in Retro Bros has like a panic disorder of some kind. Like I think that's what it
I
is.
honestly think you're right.
I think everybody in part of Retro Bros has a fucking anxiety disorder of some kind, whether it be like OCD or PTSD or anxiety, any of the panic disorders.
It's so good. I
stand panic attacks.
love panic attacks. It's nice. I like it.
It makes you feel alive.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right.
So how do I know you, Joss? How do I know
I
you?
don't- Tucky, you were a baby boy when
Yeah.
we met, like,
Some
what,
people
8 years ago?
Yeah, for the people who don't watch Retro Bros, they probably don't know how I know you as well and how like we're good friends because you haven't been on my stream yet, really.
No, I sit there and talk to you in
Oh
chat,
yeah, you
but
talk to me in chat, but I just stream at such irregular times in comparison to you that we can never like play games really on stream.
it's honestly such a hassle trying to even talk to you in the day
I know.
because I wake up like halfway towards the end of like your day.
Yeah, when I'm like I have like where I don't have much time, so you're like, hey, can you get this done by the end of the day? And I'm like, bruh,
Bro, what is the end of the day for you?
Exactly. But yeah, we met in high school because you were part of like the emo like goth kid group, and
Oh, man, I still feel like I'm part of that emo goth
I mean,
kid
we
group.
all are. I mean, that whole group still hangs out. We all still hang out and shit. So, like,
Seriously.
but yeah, and I wanted to be a part of that group because my friends were awful to me at that point in time. So I wanted to like be a part of that group. Plus, I like the music and stuff. And then me and you dressed, and then like what was it like 2 weeks later after I like started hanging out with you guys, we dressed up in drag in the hallway.
We did push-ups and drag.
Yeah, we did push-ups and
But
drag. 'cause the
nobody
MCR
cares.
song.
You're losing yourself.
Yeah, because of the MCR song.
Yeah, exactly.
My cellmate made me do push-ups and drag.
Every time that those pictures come up, I want to say every time on a yearly basis, Melissa turns to me and just starts quoting that song, and I fucking love her for it because it's such a good song.
It
by
is.
the way,
It is a really good song.
For all of Tucker's community, whoever watched this, I don't know music. That is not my forte. I'm probably like the black sheep among all of your visitors. Wiretap is
That's kind of true. You're the first one who's not like at least somewhat of a music nerd, because like me and Lyle mainly talked about film stuff, but like we're both still like kind of nerded out about some music for like halfway through. So
hey, listen, I actually bought a 9-volt battery, threw that shit in the tuner of my acoustic electric recently, and I'm starting to pick it up.
Hey, let's go.
There's no guarantee that I will ever be good at music, but you know what? I'm picking up the guitar again. I'm practicing my fingering skills.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. That's sick.
Every time I can make that joke, I'm gonna make that joke, and I'm sorry.
It's like whatchamacallit.
I am an adult.
We all are. Let's be honest. It's like God, what was it? Oh yeah, what's the most common? Actually, that's probably not a good stream joke. Never mind. I realized like halfway through saying it, like, wait, we're live. This is probably not the best live joke. It's not like offensive. It's just probably not one that anyone on Twitch would appreciate.
Yeah, I don't know if it's public knowledge, because I don't really like, this is my first time on your stream, but I'm gender fluid, right? So like there are times where I dress up really cute, and other times where I just don't give a fuck and just dress whatever clothes I throw on, which is today. And so I'm trying to remember what I was trying to say there. Words. I also have Asperger's, and it makes it really difficult for me to remember what I'm saying halfway through.
I feel that.
Let me rewind in my head, trying to remember what I was saying. It's gone.
It's gone.
And it's gone.
It'd be like that. I'm sorry.
What was I saying, Tucker?
I don't know. You're talking about your gender fluid, and then you started saying something, and then you said, then you talked about Asperger's, and it makes it hard to remember stuff. Which, by the way, I feel, but for me it's ADD. For me it's ADD. That's why it's hard for me to remember shit.
That all tracks.
Yeah.
I if I remember it, it's gonna be like the next time I'm on the podcast in like 2 years or whatever, and it's just like, hey, so that one time.
Remember that one time
at band camp?
Oh God.
You know, I honestly never have. I don't think I've seen the movie that's from.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I've watched American Pie. But Melissa, when I first met Melissa, like, she quoted that every time that somebody said that one time throughout all of high school. So that one line is stuck in my head. I also know he like sexually assaults a pie.
Yeah, he does. He does stick his dick in a pie.
Is it?
Put something.
Oh God. I'm being told about what happens at band camp.
Oh no.
Guys.
Poor Joss out here learning what happens at band camp. Oh no.
Oh God.
But yeah, no. We've known each other for a long time, and then we reconnected after high school. Because you had a Let's Play channel with Kyle, and I was still talking really heavily with Kyle, and you guys, and I offered to edit for you guys. That's how we reconnected.
Then I was just like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, because high school years were not so great for me, and so like I constantly questioned the motives of anybody that I met throughout all of high school.
Yeah.
And so like when I heard that you were offering to edit for us on Retro Bros, I was just like, I don't know if I can trust that, but like Kyle kept pushing it, and I was just like, all right, we'll kind of let him back in, and now I don't regret it by
Yeah.
any means, but it was just like that panic.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, especially like that's why like if I'm editing for a streamer or something and they're like really particular or whatever, I don't mind that because again, you're giving somebody else full reign over the direction of your content. Like, you know what I mean? Like I can never fault
Yeah.
a streamer or a YouTuber or whatever for being like, no, can you tweak that by like literally 3 frames? Then I have to go tweak it by 3 frames and then re-render it out. Like, yeah, that takes a long time. It's a little annoying, but like, I am the gatekeeper for their content. Like, they have the right to be a little particular.
Yeah, and especially with how like so I started editing videos for other people last
Yeah.
March
Yeah.
because the world ended
Yes.
and the Backstreet Boys reunion tour began, and I very much oh lordy,
Things are happening.
things are happening. They found canned boba, and so they're trying that shit. I don't know.
That is such a Melissa and your roommate thing. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so
That's
good.
amazing. Yeah, that's amazing.
I low key want to try it. So
Have them bring you some canned boba. Postmate some
will
canned
sip it
boba.
at the end. So I started editing for people last year, and like I severely underpriced my shit because I was just
yeah, you
like,
did.
oh man,
Yeah,
I
you
was
did.
just like, listen, guys, I just need any amount of money, and then shit happened. I got a couple gigs with a couple YouTubers, and then. God, the chain of events last year.
Yeah, that was
Jesus
insane.
Christ.
That was insane. Like,
All right, guys, this is not alcohol. However, it is not against Twitch's terms of service if it was alcohol.
no, I drink
this
alcohol
is-
on stream like every other night, so
Cheers. Dude, it does look like a...
it does look like a
a-
really nice what's it
it
called?
called?
It's a vodka drink. With like egg whites and shit. Fuck. White
No,
Russian.
No,
it looks kind of like a White Russian.
Either a White Russian or a coffee beverage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like an Irish coffee.
That's the one I was thinking. I was like, what the fuck is it called? It's Irish coffee. That's actually not horrible. I still prefer boba from like a restaurant, but
Yeah. I think I've only had. No, that's not right. Never mind. I've had boba a couple times.
So anyway, I severely underpriced my stuff, and let me tell you guys, as an editor and as a YouTuber or Twitch streamer, it's okay to not know your price for your stuff.
Yes, I did the same thing.
But don't be afraid after learning how it should taste, like how it should be, like change it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
know your
increase
worth.
your prices, know your worth, because people will take advantage of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's and it's okay to tell people that you will not go under your price. It is an art form.
Exactly.
But also on the other side, make sure you're like giving them the full, like, what your work is actually worth.
Exactly.
Like, put in that extra effort to own the fact that you guys should be editing for that specific YouTuber, because they could just decide not to hire you for the next project.
Yeah, I mean, like, for me, like, I have one gig that is a consistent edit, that I'm like the only editor aside from the actual YouTuber himself, and can't say who yet because it's not like public, and also I haven't I haven't started editing for him yet, but he's hired me. And well, you know who it is. I think I've told you. But with him, he is paying me the most money I've ever been paid. by anybody. And
Yeah,
like it's like something that I didn't realize because I was talking to him about like my prices. And he was like, dude, you're pricing for what I've seen in your portfolio, you were pricing way too low. Like way too low. And I was just like, oh, out of curiosity, how much would you charge if you were me? And he was like, dead ass, for like a video like I'm doing, like what we do for my channel, I would be charging like $300-400.
holy fuck.
And I was like, oh, well, shit. And then he was like, yeah, I'm gonna pay you that, by the way. You're fine. Like, don't worry. But yeah, you're pricing your shit way too low. Like, you are talented, you're good at what you do. Price your stuff around there. I recommend. I was just like, fuck, okay.
Yeah, I honestly,
like, I'm very lucky that he was nice enough to me to tell me that kind of stuff. Because most clients do not get it twisted. Most clients will just take you for whatever the fuck you say.
Yeah.
Like, they are preparing to pay you high. And then if you say low as fuck, they're just going to pay you low as fuck. I am very lucky that the guy I went to and the YouTuber I went to was nice enough to tell me that.
I'm going to name drop here.
Go ahead.
I really want to edit for citric acid again.
Oh, yeah.
Because she did not like cut me on prices at all. But like also like I really enjoy making content for her, and I hope that she'll hire me at some point. I'm actually going to be probably reaching out,
Nice.
just publicly, just saying, hey guys, I need cash dinero.
Yeah.
I have 2 months from today to get all of my medical stuff taken care of.
Oh,
Before I run out of insurance.
Mhm.
And so I'm just like, yikes.
That's rough. Does your job not offer it at some point? I thought Safeway
offers.
What was that? Did your job not offer it?
So they
Is it weird?
offer it, but I called the union and they're like, yeah, you don't. Lagnus on.
Yep, Lagnus on.
They're like, you don't exist in our system.
Bruh, what the fuck?
And I'm like, excuse me, what?
Bruh.
So that's what I'm dealing with right now.
Yeah, that sounds like where you work.
Yeah.
That sounds like where you work. That sounds on par.
So I'm just like, I'm sitting here like, I just want money.
I just want money, and if I get in horrible car accident, I want not be in debt for a year.
Yeah, so like for a year? Nah, dude.
Years.
Okay, I was gonna say like that would not take me just a single year to pay off.
God no, with the American healthcare system? Fuck no.
No, dude. Like we're still in debt to Melissa's ankle from
that's right.
3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
3 years ago. 4 years, 2 years. I don't know. Years ago.
Years. Either way, it's years ago.
Yeah. So I'm just sitting here like there's so much that I need to do.
Yeah.
Like I need to get my vision checked. I need to get my hearing checked. I need to get re-diagnosed. Because I was diagnosed when I was 16, but I was diagnosed by a Mormon psychiatrist because they were a Mormon psychiatrist and not because they were a good psychiatrist.
Yeah, exactly.
And so a lot of the stuff I'm like, did I just not get diagnosed because they thought that like I should just turn to God for all of my answers?
Yeah,
or
yikes.
was I like underdiagnosed for the same reason, or was I diagnosed with something to kind of push me back into the church? And I'll say this now, I don't have issues with anybody believing whatever religion they have. Like if you want to follow whatever religion, go for it, but religion in general ain't for me. The Mormon religion in general fucking terrifies me.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like I'm of the same opinion. Like, believe whatever you want to believe. Doesn't matter. You could believe in the giant, like, for example, a giant flying spaghetti monster in the sky. I don't give a fuck. But the Mormon,
I won't not talk to you because you're Mormon.
Yeah, exactly.
I won't talk to you if you start pushing religion.
Yeah,
on me.
exactly. And I mean, the reason why like it's hard, it's like kind of specifically about Mormons is that a lot of them got kind of forced to try to push it down you because of the church and how it operates.
And like, listen, I grew up in the church, and
Mhm.
that's why I was put into into a site. Given a psychiatrist who
Mhm.
was Mormon was because I was raised Mormon, and
Yeah.
like that shit, like I'm still baffled by it.
Yeah,
Like
that's
there are
insane.
things I'm learning about myself that like I didn't even recognize. So
Yeah, that shit's wild, dude. Shit's absolutely wild. But that's good that like hopefully you're gonna go get re-diagnosed by someone who's like an actual trained professional and not just like, hey, I'm a Mormon psychiatrist. I'm
Yeah.
definitely licensed. Don't look too close to see the Shutterstock image watermark on it.
dude, I know. I'm just like I have all of that shit to work with. And then I also have to what are you showing me? Why did you give me a glob of gunk? What is this? I don't want it.
It's a boba pearl, but it's covered in cat hair.
Oh
Great.
God. That is the most cursed thing I think I've ever heard of.
Thank you. I
Oh
did
no.
not need that.
Oh no.
What was I saying?
I don't remember.
Oh yeah. So my teeth are the worst part, right?
Oh, yeah,
So this
same.
next Thursday I have to get a root canal done.
Ooh.
I have a severe allergy to fluoride,
Hmm.
which is in the water supply. So brushing my teeth fucking hurts.
Yeah.
I thought that like a burning sensation when brushing your teeth was normal for people.
Ah.
Yeah, I did
No.
not know that I was just allergic to fluoride. So like when I would swish growing up, let me tell you, like with the fluoride mouthwash,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, this is 90% fluoride. Rinsing my mouth. You know, everybody has to go through this pain. It's fine. It's fine. Not
What the
realizing that the
fuck?
pain I'm feeling is actually that I'm allergic to it.
That you're
So,
just
like-
you're basically burning every cell on the inside of your mouth. Like holy shit.
You know what ulcers are, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what canker sores are, right?
Yeah.
Canker sores are literally mouth ulcers.
Yeah.
They're holes that burn into your
I've had a good few of them.
cheeks. And usually it happens because like maybe you bite your lip or something, and then like bacteria gets in and it like spreads and
Yeah.
gets bad. I haven't had a single day in the last 5 years without a canker sore. I currently have 8 that I've counted in my mouth right now.
Jesus.
And 4 of them are caused because my wisdom teeth are pushing into my cheeks.
Ooh.
And so I have 4 of them out here. I've got 2 of them on the front of my lip, 1 on the side of my lip, 2 on this side of my lip. It's not fun.
No, shit sucks. I can barely function with one.
Yeah.
Like holy fuck.
Like I said, I haven't spent a day in the last many years without it. So
Yeah. So
Ugh.
let's talk about Retro Bros a little bit for people who don't know what that is or
Oh,
what we
man.
do and stuff like that.
You know, Retro Bros, why did it start? I wanted an excuse for Kyle to come and visit me more often.
How's that going at this point with the pandemic and stuff?
You know, it has justified a couple times that he has come over.
Yeah.
Like, despite everything else going on, I'm surprised that I was able to convince those that he lives with to help me push him to get up here.
Yeah.
And so I'm just sitting here like I started Retro Bros years ago to like get Kyle to come hang out with Melissa and I more often.
Yeah.
And then Kyle convinced me to bring you onto the team to edit for us.
Yep.
So we brought you in,
Then I convinced
and
you to let Lyle come in.
and then you and Kyle helped convince me to bring Lyle on, and so we brought Lyle in at the same time as Matt because I was becoming way too powerful.
It wasn't even
Unlimited power.
it was also
Oh.
just like because it's easier if we have so many people that it's just easier to have one like sole person be the person who plans everything, and you had so
Yeah.
much on your plate at that point in time and still do that it's like, well, we should probably have someone outside of you be the one who's planning and trying to direct with people and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it's been really nice having Matt on the team just because like I just kind of mind dump
Yeah.
most of the days. Like you guys watching, you probably have no idea how fucking elaborate my mind dumps are into this group chat because like I don't know if it's like my Asperger's or my ADHD or a combination of the two, but my mind works 10,000 times faster than I'm able to keep up with. So sometimes when I'm just like dumping ideas, it's like 3 or 4 years in advance of what I have planned out. And
Yeah.
then Matt is literally on our team to just tell me chill.
Just, hey bruh, chill.
And it's really nice because then I'm like, hold up, am I doing or saying too much again? Because
Am I doing that thing again? Yeah, I mean
Um,
that's the whole thing. And then yeah, we do Let's Plays.
We do Let's Plays and we tried doing the podcast for a bit, and then like it's again me being way too controlling. I go off on these tangents of like it has to be done on this specific day every time, and like I know every like Twitch streamer and YouTuber's like, oh, make sure you keep to a schedule, and like I really try, but then it like overwhelms everybody else,
Yeah.
and then that overwhelms me, and so keeping to a schedule is probably something that I'm never going to do, and you know what, I don't care.
No, and like keeping to a schedule isn't necessarily. I think it's not like as literal. I think it's just being consistent. Like I don't like the
Mhm.
YouTube video drops for me every the same day every week, which for this show, which is on Tuesday. But the streams just fucking are whenever. I've recorded this at like 11 p.m. before. Like
Yeah.
we're recording this right now at 7:30. Like, you know, and it's all different days of the week. I've had people come in on like, you know, come and do this on Friday or Tuesday or whenever the fuck. Like it does, to me it doesn't matter. It's just the fact of being consistent, like consistently uploading a time. Which with my normal content I can't do because it's
Yeah.
way too much. And I'm really sad.
Well, your normal content is so elaborate because like
it's a lot of research. It's a lot
of research, and like I want to do that. Like I know that I took down the video of the Hyrule Warriors Calamity Age of Calamity video.
Oh, I forgot about that.
To Retro Bros. It was kind of just a test video, and like I liked the fact that people did actually enjoy it. It
Yeah.
didn't get quite as many views as I would have liked, but like the other things in the algorithm were like comments and likes and like shares, like those were actually higher than normal.
Oh, really? Nice.
Obviously our bad tattoos videos,
Oh, yeah.
nothing has topped those, and I'm trying to find something that can top those because like I'm always trying to
Yeah.
be better than ourselves, you know.
The classic. Well, like that's my
But-
issue right now is because like nothing has topped my folk punk video, and I've done similar videos in that series. I've done like similar videos on that genre on folk punk, and like nothing has popped that hard for me since. And so
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, well, there I go. I guess.
Yeah, I want to like film videos. Like I got the camera that I got back in March of last year with the first stimulus, and like I got that so that I could go out and film, And like obviously I use it for streaming or for like recording at home, but like I don't think this camera has moved in a few months. And that
God.
makes me sad
Yeah.
because I'm just like I have so many ideas, but like a lot of the ideas for like live action stuff that I have are like spur of the moment. Like I need to get this done because I'm in a creative mood right now, and if it doesn't happen right then, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
That's just an unfortunate place to be in terms of like creativity, because like it's that shit's just rough in general to be in that kind of like area, because I used to be like that a lot for my videos, and then like I had to start slowing down because I started fucking up information, and so
dude,
I was like,
how do you fucking do it? So you run. I'm genuine question.
yeah,
Okay, I don't think I've actually asked you this question. So you go to school,
yeah,
you work,
yeah,
you edit for Retro Bros, albeit not as much right now because we haven't been doing anything, but
yeah,
like that's supposed to change. You edit for a fistful of vinyl.
yeah.
You edit for this new YouTuber and your own content. Not to mention like for other YouTubers that want to like have you edit for them.
And then don't forget
How do
Hollow
you-
Heart.
Yeah, and then Hollow Heart on top of all that shit. Like how?
um really good time management, and then not sleeping as much as a normal human should be.
That's fair.
That's about it. Well, and also to be fair, like with Retros, we haven't been doing stuff. With a Fistful, we haven't been doing stuff because it's not like we can go film bands right now. Like
Yeah.
we can't. So there's just, I got done with my content package that I got, and there hasn't been a new one because they can't film. They're in LA. Like they're in LA, which is
Yeah.
like the hotspot for COVID. Like they can't film. So we just haven't been able to do anything. Really the majority of my time is taken up by if it's not a hotspot for Retro Bros, like if we're not recording a bunch of stuff at that point in time, the thing that takes up the majority of my time is Hollow Heart, like because
Yeah.
we have these big video shoots for like a band, and then we have to go and like edit it, and I'm super neurotic with it because I'm like, I'm delivering something to a band. I know how particular people can be when it comes to music videos, because I was particular when people were talking about doing music videos with my band. So
Yeah.
I get like really neurotic about it, and that's like the only thing I want to do is that. And then but then with like school and work, I mean, for school at this point I'm just fucking burnt out. I want out. I want out, but like
Yeah.
I literally have one more full month of school. So like I need to just suck it the fuck up and continue.
Yeah,
'Cause-
dude, just get the fuck done with that.
Yeah,
dude.
just-
that's awesome.
Just get the fucking paper and leave.
That's what you're there for, is just for the paper.
Yeah. Anyone watching, for literally anyone watching, if you are thinking about going to film school, don't. Do not. It is not worth the debt.
Honestly, I've like and this sounds like super counterproductive, but like you can get like the same like information that you would at school on YouTube.
Like, okay, I'm in a couple freelancer groups for like freelance editors and freelance cinematographers and stuff.
Yeah.
And there is a constant joke of, oh yeah, I graduated from the College of YouTube like 3 years ago. Like that's just a genuine joke, because it's like anything you can learn in a film classroom is going to be something you could learn twice as fast for literally free on YouTube. Yeah, sure,
Like,
you may not learn
literally
you may not learn like the Hollywood standard, but chances are you're not going to learn the Hollywood standards at film school too. You're going to learn what they think the Hollywood standards are, and then when you get onto an actual shoot, you're gonna have to relearn it.
behind. It's years behind in
Yeah.
schools.
Oh yeah,
Like do they have somebody researching it all the time and updating everything in schools? No. they
no, God
don't.
no. Most of the teachers are people who did commercials. like, which is not
It's-
bad. That's like one of the most consistent jobs in video,
Yeah.
but that is still not like you're not on a Hollywood set. You're not working with the high ranking producers most of the time, and you're not working on that kind of stuff. Most of doing commercials is a lot of CG. Commercials are like 90% CG. So
It's just tough because like the way I see schooling is they tell you the history of why we do things.
yeah,
Which is great. That's a good aspect. But like that's like teaching music theory in school. It's just the theory. Like teaching us film theory, like great. Teach me how professionals are actually doing stuff right now. Like you'll find some more up-to-date stuff from a YouTuber with like 300 views on a video, like just doing a quick little like review of whatever the newest camera is.
yeah, genuinely.
Because then you can be like, oh, I know how this thing works, and I know like what I can do with this.
Yeah, dude. Like
I don't know. It's
no, I agree with you fully 100%. Like for me, I went into film school thinking I was gonna learn how to edit. That was my whole goal. Is I wanted to be an editor. I love editing. It's my favorite thing. Like I like doing like really complicated edits, and I like doing simple edits. I don't care. I just like editing. But I have learned more from working with streamers and YouTubers than I have learned in school. Like just through trial and error, I have learned way more than they have taught me in school. They are still like literally 2 months ago, they had to remind the class what the rule of thirds was. Which, by the way, if you're someone who does photography or film, you should know what the rule of thirds is. It is the most basic, simple thing for shooting video and photo.
Hi guys, I'm literally using the rule of thirds right now.
You are. I'm not because I'm using a webcam.
Angle.
But
right.
But you
like,
are.
But I intentionally have my camera set up for the rule of thirds.
If I was gonna use rule of thirds, it'd be, I think, here.
Yeah.
I think I'm a little bit too left, but whatever. Like it is like the rule of thirds is just you want to be on the so say you divide your frame up into thirds, and like left third, middle there. You don't want to be in the middle, and you don't want to be too far left or right. You want to be right in like on the line. You basically want to split your the person you're shooting on the left or right line, and you want to keep
eye level at the top line.
Exactly.
And then you want the figure, whatever that figure is, or the frame to be on one of the two lines.
Exactly.
Depending on which angle you're trying to see from.
Exactly. And like and it's just like, it's like, guys, we are 2 months away at the time. We're like 3 months away from graduating. How in the fuck do you need to be reminded what the fucking rule of thirds is? We're all film students.
I learned the rule of thirds when I was 13.
Yeah.
Like
Same.
I was in a video editing class, which I never took seriously.
Yeah, I know, right? It's ironic.
Basically at the time I was in the class, but like I kept, rather than focusing on improving myself, I kept like comparing myself to other people in the class.
I used to have such an issue with that.
Because I was comparing myself, I wasn't focusing on what I could do to catch up or be better than them.
Yeah.
And so I gave up on the class, which honestly, I probably would have learned a thing or two about Premiere, but I don't use Premiere to edit, even though I really want to.
Which one do you use again? Power Drive? What is it?
Power Director.
Power Director. I've heard. So on my freelancer group, someone actually recommended it, and somebody else was like, "What even is that?" And then they like went off about it. It actually sounds kind of interesting.
I mean, like you can come over and fuck around with it sometime.
At some point, yeah.
Just like it's a good software. I wish that I had a copy of it that was like consistently up to date, because I got this program 5 years ago, uh, maybe even longer than that, right? So I started editing with it, and then like this year I was just like, all right, Retro Bros is starting a TikTok, so I'm going to like start editing videos in a 9:16
Oh
uh,
yeah.
format. Turns out that the version after the one that I have is the first one that allows you to edit in a 9:16 instead of the 16:9. So
Oof.
I'm just like, really? Really? It's like
Oof.
$200 for that one version that I
God
could have had
damn.
like had I waited 5 months.
God damn, dude.
And so I'm just like sitting here like, man, one of these days I'll upgrade to the 365 version that like constantly updates, but that requires a constant inflow of cash dinero that I don't have.
Yeah,
So,
I feel that. Like, but yeah, no, like really quickly touching back on film stuff before moving on.
mhm.
Like film school is only useful for the connections that you can make from it. And if you
Mhm.
are too lazy to go look up what you want to learn. Like I have made some connections in film school. Like there is like two people that I've actually connected with in film school. But if I'm being honest, I've made more connections just going out and shooting. I mean, that's how I met Lyle. Was that like the way I met Lyle was that I was friends with him. I started talking about how like I'm gonna start shooting video. Whoever needs a video, let me know. And Lyle goes, "Hey, I want to make I want to do a cover song at Delric's, at our friend's Delric's house. I should try to get him on at some point."
Yeah.
And we came through. They made the song in like 3 hours, and then we filmed a video in like 3 hours. And then after we left, I drove him home, and he was like, bro, like I really like working with you. We should work again together. And then we started working on the Two Clicks thing together. And then he was like, hey, we should make a production company. We work really well together. And I was like, yeah, bet. Like,
Yeah.
like that. I made that connection, which is probably the most valuable connection I have because of how well we work together and how much I like working with them. Not through film school, but through just going out and fucking doing it.
Yeah.
Like,
That's the hard part is just that like especially now in the state of the
oh
world,
yeah, you
a
can't do
lot
that
of
shit.
connections you could make are at conventions.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Conventions,
like that
meetups.
is or community meetups. Yeah,
Yeah.
like the Twitch meetup thing. Like I'm sure we could probably like find somebody to work with cuz yes, there's a few aspects of Retro Bros that like I that I like. First off, there's the friendship aspect.
Yeah.
It's just like everyone who's on the team is just part of our normal friend group. We just all happen to have like a specific set of skills like Liam Neeson and and so it works.
Yeah.
And the other side of it is that I don't want this to just be a YouTube channel where we fuck around, right? And
Yeah.
like I want it to go somewhere, but if it doesn't, I'm not going to be hurt by it. But
Yeah.
like when I talk to people about Retro Bros, it's a production company.
Yeah.
And like I've talked to Lyle about this. I don't know how much it's been discussed with you, but
Probably not at
like
all, knowing Lyle.
but Retro Bros and Hollow Heart are kind of the same company right now. The way Lyle is saying it is that he has like he has Hollow Heart under the umbrella of Retro Bros, where like as soon as Hollow Heart picks up enough, it's gonna separate. It's kind of like the Super Mega and Game Grumps
Oh
style thing,
yeah.
where it's like they're not the same company, but like
They
everybody
work
who's
a lot
part of it
together.
like works a lot together so that
Yeah.
like it can build the other up. And so like when I'm thinking, oh hey, like I need to talk about like gaming or like game theory or whatever like that, I can be like, oh yeah, Retro Bros. But like if it comes up in the subject of music or like proper video production, I'm just like, yeah, Hollow Heart Media is where you're looking for.
Yeah.
But like I want these things to grow as like a production company so that when we get to the point where like somebody's like, hey, we have this commercial we need, I can just be like, yeah, Retro Bros has got you,
Yeah.
because we have the team that can do it.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
just need to do it.
Exactly. So like you were saying before, you're not as much of a music nerd per se as like me or and Lyle. You're probably the first person on this podcast who's not at least somewhat of a music nerd.
Correct.
So I want to ask you about some of your favorite albums.
All right.
So
So-
what's a couple of them?
So this is going to be really random because I don't have favorite albums, generally speaking. I have like maybe 5 or 6 that I can even think of off the top of my head. And they're like very limited bands.
Yeah.
Because again, I love music, but like I could not tell you names of songs for shit.
Fair.
So first off, all 5 of System of a Down's albums. Like I was addicted to System of a Down for years. That
you had to
shit.
go to rehab for a System of a Down.
Yeah. The next is honestly the first 4 albums for My Chemical Romance. I couldn't tell you anything about Conventional Weapons. I don't
I
think
couldn't
I've
either.
ever actively listened to any songs from it.
I've listened
Unless
to like,
Heaven Help Us is on that. I don't
forget
know.
if it is. But
That
I've
might be
listened to
part
all
of
of them.
Black
I just
Parade.
don't really remember any of them. They're
Yeah,
kind of all
and then-
forgettable.
And then the
Lagnus
last album, Lagnus on.
Lagnus on.
The last album that I can name off the top of my head that I enjoy, and I could only tell you that I know half of the songs on it, is Alice in Chains Unplugged.
Okay, yeah. That's fair.
Other than that, I'm not very well versed in music.
You
I
like
do enjoy music. but-
Yes. That's fair. I'm going to recommend you some music then.
Ooh.
So knowing that kind of sound that you like,
Mhm.
and knowing what kind of sound based off of just that, I'm going to suggest to you a band called Destroy Boys.
Destroy Boys. How do you spell that?
Just normally, just Destroy and then space Boys.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's not the meme spelling.
Yeah, I meme spell all the time, so that's why.
Also,
I
if
had
anyone wants to
ask.
know where I'm getting band info from, I just type exclamation point playlist and the Spotify playlist pops up, and you can go take a look at what I've been listening to recently and stuff. So,
Very nice.
yeah. And then I'm gonna suggest the first 2 albums of Flogging Molly is pretty good. I think that'd be something kind of up your alley.
Flogging Molly.
Yep, exactly how it sounds.
All right.
And I'm gonna suggest one more if I can find it through a sea of. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to shill a little bit for my friend.
Go for it.
So, Straight Line Arrival, they were the first guest on this podcast. Very sweet of Skylar to do that. And they put out an album for Straight Line Arrival, which is traditionally a folk punk band, but their newest album, they wanted to have like an emo punk kind of feel to it. So it's very good, and I think it'd be up your alley knowing that how much you like MCR and such. as well. It's just the greatest. What is it? The Greatest Letdown by Straight Line Arrival. Very fucking peak. It's very good. I did a small review on it, and I actually really enjoyed it. I think it was interesting.
right.
I think they had some good ideas about what emo could do.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I will give those a listen to this week and let you know how I feel about them.
Hell yeah. All right, moving on from music. moving
No,
on.
like that's the thing though, is that like when you invited me on for this podcast, I'd like to talk about music at some point. I don't know much about it,
Yeah.
but like I like talking about it. It confuses the hell out of me. But I did spend some time in music as a kid.
Yeah.
I had guitars growing up. I originally wanted to be a drummer, but there's a very particular reason that I stopped playing. And it's because I have like I've actually been really thinking about this because of like wanting to understand like my diagnoses from when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Right. So like initially I thought that it's because I don't have like good tempo, which is exactly true. I don't have good tempo. But I think
Felt.
the problem is literally that my mind is racing so fast that like trying to focus on like doing the same thing over and over again, say hitting the same note 4 times on beat.
Yeah.
By the time I'm done with those 4 notes, I'm a verse and a half ahead.
Yeah. Exactly.
Where
that
I'm
makes sense.
like in my head, I'm just like, I'm thinking like I'm doing this, but by the time I finish those 4 notes, I'm already thinking about the second chorus.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's something that can be done about that. I don't know if I want anything to be done about that
Yeah.
because I think that my mind working the way it does kind of makes me me.
Yeah, I think so too.
And so like I'd like to be good at music, but I like it's the same reason that I think I can't play like say Fortnite, because like when you're in Fortnite you have to be able to like look at the like builds in front of you. You have to be able to edit, close. Like if I have to sit there and think about the process,
Yeah.
I stutter and I can't do it.
Yeah.
But like if I'm not thinking about it, like I'm sitting there just editing the hell out of everything.
Yeah.
But like in their practice runs, like when people are like, "Oh, go do practice for editing," they require each like wall be edited a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I get to the next wall, I'm just like, okay, how does this wall have to be edited? Right. Nope, that was wrong. Okay. Like if I have to like intentionally slow down,
Yeah.
I fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's with like music and everything. So it's really difficult, and I'm trying to find a way around it to make
Yeah.
it work.
That's why I like that's why I like Smash so much, is because with Smash I don't have to think. It's just all I play like very much based off reactionarily, and then with like a little bit of like reads based off of past behavior, but I don't have to think about it that much. So that's why I've always liked Smash a lot, is because it's like I can just kind of go.
I think that if I like actually slowed down and like sat there, like one of the things that I want to do is I don't know if I downloaded it yet, but I had an intention to download a metronome on my phone. Yeah, I did download it. So I downloaded a metronome on my phone. And at some point when I'm like getting ready to like sit down and play guitar this next week, whenever that is, I'm just going to put a headphone in. I'm just going to turn on the metronome.
Yeah.
and just kind of have it playing the whole time, whether I'm like playing the guitar or not. And I want to get my mind into this state where like I can just constantly hear the metronome going
Yeah.
so that I can like work on beat, but we'll see how that goes.
That's fair. That's hard, but that's fair. I used to when I was recording stuff for my bands, they would always be like, "Oh, do you want a metronome for me?" And I was just like, "No, no, please don't." The whole band already finished their shit. Just please, please don't put the metronome for me. It's gonna confuse the fuck out of me.
Yeah, the hardest part for me because my mind is so hyperactive. Uh every time that like say I'm in a band, my mind rather than listening to the drum on beat, it's like, okay, that's the drum. That's the snare, that's the bass, that's the hi-hat. Oh, and the bass is doing something. The other guitar's the singer's now singing. Listen to that voice. That's great. Drum, bass. Like I can't just
can't
solely
focus.
focus on one instrument,
Yeah,
and I can't combine all of them together in my head. So I'm just like everything's happening and I'm just like, okay, where am I supposed to be right now? Like what note am I supposed to be playing right now?
yeah. That's why for me, I used to always focus on the guitar. I don't know why, but with the other one, with bass and drums, I would get too distracted by the drums, and then with watching, if I was like, trying to bass where I'm supposed to be at on the bass, I would get bored. But for some reason, and I would like just like think about something else. So, but for some reason, guitar hit me like my brain in the right spot to where I was like I could actually focus on it without getting too focused on it and just being focused enough to remember where I'm at in the song and stuff and actually follow.
Yeah.
So I was always
It's gonna
that's,
be
that's why I was
it's gonna
always
be
standing next to Reggie during live performances for Scourged because I was just like I have to be able to hear what the fuck Reggie's doing.
yeah, when I like this is gonna be super off topic, I guess, but kind of on topic because it's music and video games. When I would play Rock Band, like I could if it was like on the easier difficulties and I was playing on like the guitar or bass and I had to play rhythm, like I would fall out of rhythm all the time.
Yeah.
But if I was playing the solo guitar, like the lead guitar,
Yeah.
like so long as I didn't have that like one note over and over again,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be able to like keep up with like Through the Fire and Flames. I could keep up with that, but I could not keep up with like some random like
One note
Just-
song.
one note song.
Yeah.
So
It
I
is
don't
how some
know.
people's brains work, you know? Yeah, it's rough. Like I totally get you. That's why I can never really pick up instruments. I can pick up I know bass. I can do bass, but that's about it. I'm not
bass is
even
my
good.
favorite when you get it going into its own solos.
Oh yeah.
Like that shit. Ugh,
The
gets me going.
yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, same. I agree. Like it's it's rough being a musician that has like hyperactivity disorders because it's just like it's frustrating.
It's like so much is going on and I don't know because I'm focused on this plant in the corner of the room.
God damn it, you're so yeah, yeah, that's happened to me before.
I don't
I've-
even have a plant in the corner of the room.
I've
Oh,
I
wait,
have
there's one on the
literally
counter, so that makes sense.
I have literally missed an entire like
plant.
half of a chorus because of what was it? Oh, I missed half of a chorus because the guys I was recording with at his house, he had like a Glock just sitting on the preamp for the vocal preamps, like just a fucking
Oh.
handgun. And because I mean he was ex-military, so like it's fine, makes sense. But he had just like a Glock sitting there, and I noticed it, and I got like distracted by it. And when he punched me in the chorus, I just completely missed like the entire fucking chorus.
Yeah, I feel that, dude. I just, ugh,
Music's rough. Music's hard.
it
It's hard
really
shit, man.
is.
That's why I like dedicating my entire YouTube channel to like talking about music that's interesting. Which, by the way, I am scripting a new video right now, so I do have one in the
Yay.
works. It's gonna be
I
about
want,
hyperpop.
I want to, like, script some videos. I want to just get out of this funk that I'm in that I can't do anything.
Yeah,
I think what I'll do for that is I'll just reach out to like some YouTubers or Twitch streamers and just offer to edit for them, just to kind of get back in the groove of editing
yeah,
and maybe make a bit of cash on the side.
yeah.
'Cause
Exactly.
I'm in desperate need again, but you know,
Yeah,
it's fun though.
it's fun.
I really do enjoy editing, and I need to edit more.
Yeah, I feel you. Editing's a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite things. Most people are really bored by it, but like I really really like it.
Yeah, I understand why people get bored of it. But like at the same time, I don't get bored of it.
Yeah, it's actually entertaining for me.
Like so long as I'm doing something different every so often and
Yeah.
like kind of learning some new things, but also like improving on the stuff that I know,
Yeah.
like it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Exactly. It's a lot of fun. Well, we are at the end of our hour.
We are, huh?
Yeah. If you have anything else you want to say or put forward, if you have stuff you want to shout out, go ahead. I mean, obviously people can see your ats on screen at RetroBrosYT.
Yeah, it is literally at Retro Bros YT for everything, except for YouTube, which is just Retro Bros. And I'm sure if you guys find at Retro Bros YT, you'll see the logo and be able to discern which Retro Bros on YouTube is ours.
Yeah.
Or you'll find links to our YouTube channel in there.
There will be links down below in the description of this video when it's a video.
We're gonna be trying to push out some more stuff, but we're taking a different turn. It's not so much of a let's push out any and every game. I think right now we're hard focusing on Wind Waker and Skyrim, with Fallout following close behind that, and then we're going to be pushing out those tattoo videos. That way our team has time to focus on newer projects, something to top our tattoo videos, because I need something. We need to figure that out.
Yeah.
We need to figure out what's going to top those. So
Yeah.
but that's it.
All right, cool. Well, thanks for hanging out, Joss.
Yup.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me on for
always.
your show.
Of course. And I'll see everyone later. Goodbye.